Hiya.
Hello, interwebs. Welcome. I just blanked out on my intro. Hello, interwebs. Welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. My name is SkiniMini.
And I'm Inferno.
Last episode, we kind of goofed around a bit, because look at our party. We are literally a Final Fantasy party. Because we even got a chocobo.
Oh my god, that chocobo thing! Wait, can I play the chocobo theme on this?
Can you?
Can I? Yes, I can.
There you go. Nice.
The manual octave changing thing is the worst part about the xylophone right now.
Okay. We gotta go to the Thames Arm to meet Celeste because apparently there's a big secret. And then Luke came back. It was like, hey, where you been? We're like, where you been?
You're alone though. Came back and we're like, oh.
Yes, and yes, I am sick. So I'm sorry.
If you didn't figure that from the last episode.
Yeah, I have a sinus infection. So, thankfully it's not COVID. Just, you know, allergies because Texas decided to do whatever it wanted for its weather. So, yay. Alright, cool. Well, there's Don Paolo. You sure took your sweet time getting here, Layton. I thought you might have gotten lost.
Come on, Paul. Surely you haven't been waiting that long, have you?
I've had 2 margaritas. This guy.
Hello there. We were in the neighborhood and thought we'd drop by again.
Ah, welcome back to the Thames Arm, sir. Did you ever find the gentleman you were looking for?
Yes, thanks to your help.
I'm glad to hear you found him. You're suspicious.
Did I read right? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm apparently reading for all the key characters now. Oh, I'm so relieved you all made it out all right. I couldn't very well let myself get caught before hearing about that secret you mentioned. Something tells me you've already figured out much of it for yourself. Am I right?
Huh? Professor, is it true?
Layton, if you know something, spit it out! All concerned parties seem to be in attendance, so I'll try to explain things as best as I can.
It's taken time, but I believe I've finally made sense of the bizarre events we've witnessed here.
You've worked it all out?
For the most part. Come on then, out with it! Yes, of course. I have much to say about this city and its secrets.
Oh!
Yeah, at some point we bought
London
food for
we are
everyone.
presently in, this London of the future, is a fake.
You knew it. I knew it. Knew it. Son of a duck. Okay.
More precisely, it's a set designed to make us believe that we've traveled 10 years into the future. Because, you see, there is no time machine. Not here, not anywhere.
What?
We were all led to believe that the clock shop was a portal to the future. But the truth about that shop is in some ways just as bewildering. The back room of the clock shop is no time machine. It's a lift leading down into the earth.
Oh!
You mean to say we're underground right now? Precisely. You may have heard of subterranean caverns, as some of them house ancient ruins. Some experts theorize that these caverns pepper the entire Earth. What I've seen here leads me to conclude that Dmitri used one such cavern to build this false London. It's as if we're standing in the largest film set ever created.
What? I can hardly believe it.
So Dmitri is behind all this then? But why? That question stumped me as well. Why would he go to such pains to make us believe we're in the future? It doesn't make sense, unless convincing people of this is the key to achieving his ultimate goal.
What kind of goal requires a setup like that?
It's simple. It seems that Dmitri never gave up his original dream of building a time machine. But though he poured all his energy into achieving this feat, the task was too large for one man. He needed other scientists to support his project, so he turned to the greatest minds in London. But to keep the scientists working for him, they needed to believe that they were in the future.
Why?
Think about it, Luke. Dmitri couldn't imprison the scientists, not in the conventional sense. After all, who knows what kind of work they would produce under those circumstances?
Iron Man.
Dmitri needed
Right?
a different approach to compel the scientists to complete his research. The scientists had to want the time machine to work as much as Dmitri did. So he told them that they had been shot forward 10 years in time, stranded a decade from home. Dmitri misled the scientists, telling them that the time machine was an unfinished project. They thought they were stranded, and that the machine was their only hope of returning home. Ah, so that's why they were so willing to follow orders. That's all I've been able to work out. Perhaps our friend here can fill us in on the rest.
I see you've caught on. Excellent work as always, Herschel.
I knew it, you little punk.
The family uses this establishment as a hideout. Therefore, it seemed a bit odd that the bartender didn't so much as raise an eyebrow when we walked in.
I have to give credit where it's due. I never imagined you'd work out so much of the plan yourself. I suppose I've no choice but to shut you up for good.
Yay! The whole story. Yep.
Woo!
We did it!
We're not gonna click on it.
There we go. Future London turns out to be a fake city built in an underground cavern beneath the real London. Dmitri led his team of scientists to believe they were trapped in the future, so they would put every effort into completing a functioning time machine. Well.
Great. Dmitri Allen, you've been watching it the whole time.
I wish to issue a challenge to the professor. Bumbling lawmen have no part in this conversation.
Bumbling? I'll show you, bumbling!
It will be wise for you all to stay right where you are. You see, I've laced this restaurant with enough explosives to level the place.
Are you out of your mind? We'll all die. Even you.
Oh, no. I'm going to walk out of this place unharmed. You see, by pressing this switch here, I've activated a series of sensors embedded in the floor. The sensors don't respond to my movement, but they'll trigger the charge the second you touch one. This place is a minefield! I see you're catching on. Now, I'm going to stroll out that door and leave the lot of you behind. Stay as long as you like. Just remember that when you decide to leave, you seal your fate.
It would seem that you bested me, Dmitri. There's no challenge to be had here.
Not exactly, Professor. This piece of paper contains the location of every sensor in the room. All you need to do is know how to find them.
Well, I suppose this makes it more of a fair contest.
Why do bad guys do this? Don't give them a way to escape. Just, ugh. But then again, we wouldn't have Layton, so I'm not gonna complain. Oh my god, sorry. My nose.
Fine. Time to play Monogram.
What?
It's time for an onogram.
None. Oh no! Alright, so I'm guessing.
Find all the sensors. The numbers written above and to
Oh.
the left of the map indicate the number of sensors present in each column and row respectively. Derive the location of all the sensors using the information provided and mark them on your map.
Okay, so there's 5 in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's easy. There's 3 in this row, and there's 3 in the. Is this a sensor too?
No, those are tables.
Okay.
Or a person.
Okay. So. Oh, wow. It says it right here. I don't know why I didn't look at that. So, if there's only one here. Okay. There's none in
Well, I mean,
here.
now they're 2.
What? Oh, whoops.
Look at
No! Ah! So there's one there. There's none in here. And there's none in here. Cool. So, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 here. No! 3, 4. Okay, and then there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yes. There, 4, 5, so, yes. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is it.
I think so too.
Oh, well done, Herschel. Sorry. It was foolish of me to make it easy for you. I suppose you're free.
It was surprisingly easy. Unless, of course, the information you provided me was inaccurate.
Oh! What?
Luke,
Oh.
look at the positions of these sensors. Now flip the drawing over. What does it spell?
U-G-L. What?
You ain't got no alibi.
Oh! Lie! Does this mean what I think it means? Ugh.
This map of the sensors is a lie, isn't it? We're going to walk straight into the sensors and die.
You monster!
Unless... there weren't any sensors to begin with.
What?
That's it, Dimitri, isn't it? It's true you've done some evil things, but you're not a killer. You just wanted to keep us busy so you could make your escape.
Okay.
Stare this man down.
I should have known I wouldn't fool you.
I've worked things out on my own this far, but I need you to help make sense of the rest.
Yeah, because I'm still confused about a few things.
You must have had some reason for concocting a scheme this wild.
I had a very good reason. It all started about 10 years ago. Bill Hawks and I were friends and colleagues. We worked in the same lab researching time travel. Our research meant everything to us. We poured our hearts and souls into uncovering the secrets of space and time. After months of progress, we had built ourselves a prototype time machine. It was finally time to test our work with a human subject. Bill thought we should use Claire as the first test subject. She was our lab assistant. I, of course, vehemently opposed this idea. I loved her too, you see. And though she didn't return my feelings, I didn't want to risk her getting hurt in the experiment. Around this time, I noticed a flaw in the design of our machine. I begged Bill to postpone the experiment, but he wouldn't hear of it. Sometime after the accident, I made a startling discovery. Unbeknownst to me, Bill had made a deal to sell the technology behind the machine's power source. Apparently, a large corporation had offered him a very impressive sum. Bill knew the machine wasn't ready for a human subject, but he needed to demonstrate its viability. We all know the tragic results of his decision. By the time I realized Bill planned to go ahead with the experiment, it was too late to stop it. What have you done? Because of Bill's greed, Claire was lost to me forever. Life is full of cruel twists. In the blink of an eye, I lost my life's work and the love of my life. To say I was a broken man would be an understatement. Bill, on the other hand, made a full recovery from his injuries. He also completed the deal with the corporation, pocketing more money than most people see in a lifetime. He used his newfound fortune to climb the political ladder to the very top. He killed Claire and was rewarded with the most powerful seat in government. If that's not a cruel joke, I don't know what it is. I can't pretend I wasn't bitter, and it was this bitterness that sent me back to my research. I thought that if I could travel to the past, I could rob Bill of all that he had won. Oh, of course, there was another reason why I wanted to go back in time. To save Claire from her fate. Surely you understand, Herschel.
Claire is no longer with us. There's nothing anyone can do to turn back time.
Do you really believe that?
I don't want to, but I do. I have just one more question for you.
What is it?
Someone's been using you as a pawn. Are you aware of this?
Oh?
What are you talking about?
It's Bill! It's Bill!
He's the one who'd been kidnapped.
So?
Someone here masterminded a scheme even more awful than yours, Dimitri. And that person is there!
I think you're mistaken, Professor.
Big Luke!
There's no mistake here, and there's no hiding it anymore, Luke. Or should I call you Clive?
Oh!
Are you okay?
Yeah, let me get my water.
Hydrate!
Hydrate.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I have spent several episodes doing my best to not accidentally say Clive.
Oh, thank you. Oh, God. Alright, here we go.
It took some time to put together the pieces of your plan. But when I finally understood it all, the sheer evil of it sent a chill down my spine.
Oh, shoot.
What is he talking about, Clive?
You kept your true
Sass.
everyone,
A
Clive.
sassy look.
Even your partner, Dimitri.
What are you saying, Herschel?
Clive was aiming for revenge on a massive scale, and you were nothing more than a pawn, Dimitri.
Tremendous work, Professor. You found me out.
Gary Lowenthal, no!
Stop Speaking in riddles, Layton. What's this all about? Clive, you lived next door to the lab that exploded 10 years ago. You were just a child then. That blast demolished half of the building you lived in. Reports indicate that 10 people were killed in the explosion, 2 of whom were your parents. It must have been a terrible shock. In the span of a few seconds, you lost your family and your home. When the initial shock wore off, it was replaced with anger. You became obsessed with exacting revenge on those who had wronged you. You were lucky enough to be adopted by a kindly woman in her golden years, Constance Dove. Miss Dove's extreme kindness was matched in scale only by the enormous fortune she possessed. You two lived quite happily as a family for a time. Sadly, it wasn't to last. Miss Dove departed from this world 5 short years later, leaving her fortune to you. Before long, you graduated from secondary school and took a part-time job at a prominent newspaper. Considering your sizable inheritance, I don't think you took the job for pocket money. You were searching for something. Using the newspaper's resources, you finally hunted down the men responsible for your misery. You knew that both Bill Hawks and Dimitri Allen were responsible for the explosion. Armed with this information, you concocted a plan to avenge your parents. First, you befriended Dimitri and convinced him to resume his research on the time machine. Then, you used your inheritance to set up this elaborate facsimile of London. With your stage in place, you used your contacts in the press to find the best scientists in the country. After all, you would need quite a bit of help to complete this time machine. You then proceeded to lure these brilliant men into your trap. However, unbeknownst to Dimitri, most of your staff were not working on the time machine.
What?
Clive had secretly reassigned many of the scientists to a different project. You might think of it as his pet project. We don't have all day, Layton. What was the second project? A weapon designed to cause destruction on an unimaginable scale.
A weapon? Is this true, Clive?
And I thought scientists were supposed to be observant. While you focused on your machine, I had a different goal. Though some may call it revenge, I prefer to think of it as justice over single-minded scientists and corrupt politicians.
What are you saying, Clive?
Enough explanation. Let me show you.
God dang it, Flora. Tell me, you're a police officer.
Shock.
Oh no. Professor, what are we going to do? He has Flora and... Layton, look over there.
Where?
It's a boat.
Alright,
Oh my
Danny,
god.
here's a
Oh
robot.
my god.
You've
Oh
been
my-
waiting for robots, right?
Yes.
Here's your giant robot mech thing.
There's my robots.
That's only one of them.
This is a Gundam? Did he make a Gundam series? Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. It's like a steampunk machine. What the hell? What is this? Dude,
Giant robot.
the hell? You need to, dude, you need to watch more anime. That is not a good robot. Professor, what the heck is that thing?
It seems as if Clyde's been working on some sort of mobile fortress. He saw Hal's moving castle once.
That's what it once. And that's a good one. Flora's trapped up there. We've got to save her. Okay. Well.
I told you the chapters end really quickly.
Yeah, well, that's a good place to stop then. So, in the next episode, we'll go ahead and try to save Flora. Because her dumb self didn't try to resist. Because he didn't really grab her that much. We know, whatever. I have my own call. So, in the next episode, we'll go ahead and do that. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. And if no one's told you that they love you today, we do.
Much love.
Bye!
Bye, y'all.